Well, the all-important question, I'm far too much of a baby, it's your fault. Welcome back, and this week we are going to be heading back to London. Well, I think it's safe to say it's going to be an absolute scorcher tonight. Well, that's work finished, the dog walked, the car all packed, now it's time to go. So one of the biggest advantages of going to London rather than the normal Kent or coastal locations is the simple fact I don't need to go anywhere near the M25. Well, it might not be the M25, but we still got traffic. So in terms of tonight, I'm planning on doing a roadside car camp. And we are here, and I've actually managed to park exactly at the spot I saw on Google Maps. So where we are just down the road from Abbey Wood, and this area next to us is called Lesnes Abbey. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but basically it's a ruins of an abbey that I knew was here but I'd never seen before. So the purpose of this car camp really is to have a look around Lesnes Abbey. Now, unusually for me, I've chosen quite a busy road for tonight's car camp. The only reason being that it was so close to Lesnes Abbey, and the residential areas down here, they didn't look like there was any parking available. And here there is no restrictions whatsoever. So we'll make do with what we've got, but I think it'll be okay. Well, I must admit, I'm slightly surprised. Actually, where I chose to park is literally on the doorstep of the Abbey. So yeah, it has taken me 5 seconds to get to the ruins. It's a really nice place. I mean, the weather today is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it is sunny, nothing but blue skies. Super warm. This really does seem to be one of those green oases that you sometimes find in London. The area does seem pretty vast, and there's a good mix of ruins and what looks like woods and foresty things over there. So I think what we will do is we'll walk in that direction and have a look around the woods before we continue looking at the ruins. My plan was actually to put the car into full stealth mode before I even came out, but some guy parked directly behind me and he was on a phone call, and to be honest, it's a bit weird jumping in the back of your car on a main road. But this would be the woodland part of the walk, and actually it's very nice. After all the fun of last month's car camps, it is good to be out again this month. Now, we don't have any plans yet for a couples car camp. I have said to Mrs. Hobbies we do need to get one booked in again, because it would actually be quite cool if we could go, I'm gonna have a look this way, if we could go at least once a month. That is so much more than we've achieved before. Walking around places like this, it reminds me of what I would love to do, which is a proper wild camp. Obviously I'll need to buy a tent, one like what Maltz has got, I think. I do quite fancy doing it at some point, and especially now where the weather is so great. We'll see what happens. And the people to blame for my interest in wild camping, I'm gonna guess, is Maltz and you, Steve. I keep watching your videos of you stealth camping or wild camping in the woods. It's your fault. Without trying to sound really stupid, this clearly is Abbey Woods, hence the massive woods. So as you'll know from previous videos, I normally do two types of car camps, villages or coastal. But London actually is a third option, and it is relatively close to where I live. I mean, I'm never going to go into central London. I'm far too much of a baby to drive in London, there is no doubt about that. But certainly boroughs of London like where I am now, well, they are more than doable, and I suspect there are loads of nice places like this. I mean, Abbey Woods is a place that I've known about for pretty much my whole life, really, but I never knew it was actually like this. And I think that's one of the great things about car camping, as I always say, certainly in the past, is that you visit places you otherwise wouldn't have visited. I mean, I have no reason to come to Abbey Woods otherwise. I would literally have never have known there was this massive, vast woodland to explore. And it is great. So the moral of the story, go car camping and explore. Now. And here's your confirmation of how vast Abbey Woods is. It's huge. I'm going to have to scoot off slightly earlier than normal tomorrow, so I don't have my running gear with me, unfortunately. And as if by magic, I found my way back to the ruins. Well, that is it. I'm back to the car. I'm all set up, and amazingly, it is 20 to 10. There is a good reason why I'm so late, but I'll explain that in a minute. But first of all, I need to get food on, because whilst I really wished I'd taken pot noodles tonight, I didn't. I took the electric lunchbox again. Now, the reason why I wanted to give the electric lunchbox another go was because it came with two plugs, a 12-volt plug and a normal plug. I wonder if using the standard plug would actually make it get hotter faster. As my Jackery has a plug socket, I can do it. So before I do anything else, I need to get on with that, otherwise I am never gonna eat. That experiment was a complete failure. Unfortunately, I should have checked how many watts on the electric lunchbox, because it is clearly higher than the capacity of the Jackery. I've got to use the 12 volt, and annoyingly, I know from past experience that took about an hour for it to heat up. But what I've got tonight is I've got stir-fried vegetables and turkey with rice. So the idea being that I would cook it at home, and then all I've got to do is put it in the lunchbox to heat it through. Now that would have worked a lot better clearly if the 240 volt plug worked. But I know that you're dying to hear why I was so late getting back to the car. Well, that's because I inadvertently met a subscriber. Well, to be fair, she wasn't a subscriber until after I met her. Basically where I was sitting when I was filming last. Actually, it appears to be a really nice place to talk to random people. So I had a really nice conversation with the girl and her friend about life, the universe and everything. And then after that, I had a really long conversation with some old man who was taking pictures and was talking to him about schools and everything else. So yeah, literally spent probably a good 2 hours talking to those people. I always thought to myself, when I meet my first subscriber, I will have to film them. So as awkward as it is asking somebody if you can film them, here is my first subscriber I've ever met, basically getting a feel for a vlogging camera and how it works. Well, as much as I like my food hot, to be honest, it is 10:30 and I am ravenous. And by leaving it plugged into the Jackery while you eat, then unlike most meals, this actually gets hotter as you eat it. Now at the start of this video, you may remember seeing me putting something green into the roof of the car. Well, it's these. Basically what these are little carabiner hook things I've got. So these are something I had from when I played airsoft, but they are perfect for this purpose. So you put them in here, and then you can dangle things off them. Well, I can't open the door and go outside and show you what it's like outside because I will completely blow my stealth cover. But what I can do is turn the light off and have a peek out the window, because I am quite interested to see if there's any other cars left or if it's just me here. At least one car, and the streets are well lit, which is good. I mean, some cars are coming flying down this road, and you can see we are very close to the road here. So I'm glad there's someone behind me, because there is that little part of me that's a little bit paranoid about getting slammed in the backside, because there are some boy racers I'm hearing going zooming up this road. So that's good. I feel slightly happier knowing there's someone else there now. It is almost 1 o'clock and I'm supposed to be getting up slightly early tomorrow and leaving a lot earlier than normal. So I best try and get some sleep. Well, that's the morning routine all done, and I have the all-important first cup of coffee in hand. Well, the all-important question that I know you want to know is, how loud was it last night and how well did I sleep? Overnight, I didn't really hear anything, and I actually slept remarkably well. I am very surprised that a location like this, which isn't one I would normally car camp in, to be fair, actually I slept so well on. But without a shadow of a doubt, I did need this. Now, I have actually had a new car camping upgrade that I've been using for the whole of this car camp, but only the eagle eye few of you would have noticed it at the very start. Are you ready to see what it is? It's a fitted sheet on my foam. And weirdly, it does make a difference. As I mentioned yesterday, I do need to get home a little bit earlier than normal today. So I think what I'm going to do is pack the car up and head off home. Just need to make sure the coast is cleared before we get out. Yep, let's go. Well, that's it. That is me all done and ready to go home. So I hope you've enjoyed my London car camp, and until next time, take care.